How's everybody doing? Tinkering with Harleys. First, I want to thank those of you who have subscribed, and if you watch these videos and enjoy them, by all means, please subscribe. Well, last video I did was on brake switches that weren't working and brake lights staying on and things like that. And I got a number of emails from people that did not realize there was two brake switches on Harleys. So I looked at the video and I realized I did not explain it very well. So I figured I'd take this opportunity and explain it. You have two brake light switches on your Harley. You have one for the rear brake, which goes off your foot pedal, and then you have one for your front brake, and that goes off the brake lever. And the switch itself is in the housing where your controls are for your run, your start. So that's in there. Now, the rear brake light switch is hydraulic. And what that does is that's activated by pressure in your brake fluid system. When you step on the brake, it builds up pressure. It activates that rear brake light switch. And this is the brake light switch. We're going to be putting this one in. And for your front brake, it's mechanical. In other words, it takes the movement of the lever, it hits a plunger, and it engages and disengages the brake light switch. And there's a little plunger in there, and that hits right here. Now, the front brake switch is, like I said, it's mechanical. Now, years ago, they were made out of metal. Nowadays, they're all made out of plastic, and they don't hold up real well. Now, there's three ways you can fix it. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This brake light switch is easy. This is the rear one. It's not real easy, but it's self-explanatory how you do it. I'm not going to show changing it, but I'll show you where it is. And it's right there. So that's for your rear, and that's hydraulic. And as you can see, I've got this all taken apart because we're doing a little bit more to it. It's a brake switch on it. We're going to replace a brake switch. We're replacing the rear wheel. We're doing brakes on it, so that's why that's all disassembled. And you have to take the front pipe off, and you have to take the footboards off to get all that stuff. Now, the front one, like I said, it's mechanical, and there's a clip in the housing that holds that in there. And because it's plastic, over time, it wears and it pushes back, so that when you let the clutch or the brake lever out, which is supposed to disengage it, it's not pressing down far enough because the wear on the switch, or it's moved back on the clip. Now, there's three ways you can do this. You can go out and get another switch, and in most cases, when these switches keep the brake light on, I'm talking about the front brake switch, the switch still works. It's just moved back some. So you can fix this by one of three ways. You can take and you can shim up the switch inside the housing and push it forward. And that way it'll engage and disengage with the brake lever. Or you can take the brake lever where it touches the plunger, and you can build that up with a little bit of JB weld. These don't cost you anything to do. Now, if you get a brake light switch and you replace the whole brake light switch, now you're talking anywhere from about $25 to $100 for the part. And The problem being with that is, well, I can show you on this bike. On this bike, this is the housing I'm talking about. This is where the brake switch is. Now, all the wires are inside here, inside the handlebars, and they run down to this, inside this wiring harness, and the plug for this is underneath the tank. Now, on some of them, depending on what you want to do, you have to take the tank off or slide it back and the plug is in there. And then you have to unplug it and then pull it through the handlebars and blah, 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 blah. Or you can take and you can cut the wires up in here and solder them. That's if you want to go that route. I myself usually don't go that route if the brake light switch is working. I will usually just take and shim up the brake light switch itself. But the problem is working inside that housing, it's very, very tight. And you have to have little kid fingers. I don't. But usually that's what I'll do. And I'll take it and I'll solder the ends. I won't pull the harness out, especially on one with ape hangers like this. These are 16-inch ape hangers, and you know, you just don't want to pull one set of wires out. You're going to wind up pulling everything out. And pulling them out's not the problem. It's getting it back in. And you can get them back in, but with all the angles on those, that makes it a little bit tough. So I usually do them up by the housing itself and just have them going inside the bars so I don't have to pull that harness completely. So I hope this explains it a little bit and helps you to understand it a little bit more. And I apologize for not explaining it better. So I hope this helps somebody out. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, everybody be safe out there.